Greetings to you all. I welcome you all to the zoology class, the class about frog. Okay. See, these are the amphibians. The common. Now we are going to study about the common Indian green frog. The zoological name for green frog is Rana hexadactyla. See the structure. Okay. Now we are going to see about the classification. Frog belongs to the phylum Chordata, class Amphibia, order Anura, genus Rana, species Hexadactyla, and it is while we are seeing the external morphology of Rana hexadactyla, here the frog consists of the frog has streamlined body, and the body is divisible into head and trunk. The body is divisible into head and trunk. The head is almost triangular and the mouth is at the anterior end. External nostrils are present. Eyes are large. Nostrils are protected by thin movable lower eyelid, thick immovable upper eyelid, and third transparent eyelid called nictitating membrane. A pair of tympanic membrane forms the eardrum. Frogs have an external ears, neck and tail. Cloacal aperture is present. Cloaca means it is common for the excretory, that is common opening for the digestive and excretory and reproductive system. It is common for all the three issues. Okay, the forelimbs are short and it consists of upper arm, forearm and hind arm and hand. Hind limbs are large, long and consist of thigh, shank and foot. The foot bears 5 long webbed toes. Sexual dimorphism is seen in frog. It are exhibited during the sexual dimorphism. It is exhibited during the breeding season. Male frog has a pair of vocal sacs. See here the vocal sac and a copulatory or nuptial pad on the ventral side of the first digit of each forelimb. See the hand. Vocal sacs assist in amplifying the croaking sound of the frog. Vocal sacs and nuptial pads are absent in female frog. Okay, then the difference between the frog and toad. See here, family, the frog belongs to the family Ranidae and the toad belongs to the family Buffonidae. Body shape slender, it is more bulky. Legs are longer, in toad they are shorter. Webbed feet are present, toad they are absent. Webbed feet are absent. Skin smooth and moist skin. Here dry skin covered with what? Like glands. Teeth, maxillary and vomerine teeth are present. In toad teeth are absent. Egg formation, lays egg in clusters. Frog used to lay egg in clusters. And toads used to lay eggs in string. Okay, then this one is sexual dimorphism. Now we are going to see about the anatomy, digestive system. The alimentary canal consists of a buccal cavity, pharynx, esophagus, duodenum, ileum and rectum, which leads to the cloaca. The wide mouth opens into the buccal cavity. On the floor of the buccal cavity lies a large muscular sticky tongue. See, large, it is attached in the front side only, okay, and it is bifid. The tip of the tongue is bifid, edge is forked, okay. A row of small and posterior maxillary teeth is found on the inner region of the upper jaw. In addition to that, vomerine teeth are also present as two groups, one of each side of the internal nostril. The lower jaw is divided of teeth. In lower jaw there is no teeth, okay. Then in the digestive system, hydrochloric acid, gastric juice are secreted from the walls of the stomach. The duodenum receives the bile from the gallbladder and pancreatic juices from the pancreas through a common bile duct. Bile emulsifies the fat and pancreatic juice, okay, and digest carbohydrate, protein, lipid. Final digestion takes place in the intestine. Digested food is absorbed by numerous villi, okay, and the waste moves into the rectum and passes through cloaca. See the digestive system. Here mouth cavity, then esophagus into the small intestine, then it opens in outside through the cloaca. Digestive glands are present in the duodenum. Liver and pancreas are opening, okay. By this the digestion is carried over. Then the respiratory system. In the respiratory system, frog, you can see three types of respiration. In water, skin acts as a aquatic respiratory organ, that is cutaneous respiration. On the land, the buccal cavity, skin and lungs act as a respiratory organ. In buccal respiration on the land, the mouth remains permanently closed while the nostrils remain open, okay. Then respiration by lungs is called pulmonary respiration. Skin respiration or cutaneous respiration, then buccal respiration by buccal cavity, then pulmonary respiration by lungs. The lungs are pair of elongated pink colored sac-like structure present in the upper part of the trunk region. Air enters through the nostrils into the buccal cavity and then into the lungs. They undergo aestivation and hibernation. The next one is blood vascular system. Here heart is the pumping organ, and the blood vessels and blood are the components of blood vascular system. The heart is covered by double wall membrane called pericardium, okay. There are two thin walled anterior chambers called auricle and a single thick walled posterior chamber called ventricle. In sinus venosus, a new name, make a note of it. Sinus venosus is a large thin walled triangular chamber which is present on the dorsal side of the heart. Dorsal side na முன்பக்கம் ஒரு என்ன இருக்கும், sinus venosus இருக்கும், okay, which is present on the dorsal side of the heart. Truncus arteriosus is a thick walled and cylindrical structure which is obviously placed on the ventral surface, முதுகு பக்கம் பின்பக்கம் heart. It arises from the ventricle and divides into right and left aortic trunk, which further divided into three aortic arches, namely carotid, systematic and pulmocutaneous. Carotid trunk supplies blood to the anterior region and systemic trunk posteriorly joined to form dorsal aorta. They supply blood to the posterior part of the body. Pulmocutaneous trunk supplies blood to the lungs, and pulmo means lungs, cutaneous skin. Sinus venosus receives deoxygenated blood from the body parts by two anterior precaval veins and one postcaval vein. It delivers the blood into the right auricle. At the same time, left auricle receives oxygenated blood through pulmonary vein. Renal portal and hepatic portal system are seen in the frog. Okay, the blood contains plasma, blood cells, 30-40% include blood cells, white blood cells, red blood cells, platelets, and are loaded with red pigment and nucleated. RBC is nucleated in a frog, okay, and they are oval in shape. Leukocytes are nucleated and circular in shape. Then the nervous system, you can see brain. Nervous system is divided into central nervous system, peripheral nervous system, autonomous nervous system. Peripheral nervous system consists of it is divided into three parts. First one, peripheral nervous system, consists of 10 pairs of cranial nerves and 10 pairs of spinal nerves. Autonomic nervous system is divided into sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system. They are control involuntary functions of visceral organ. Central nervous system consists of brain and spinal cord. Brain is situated in the cranial cavity and covered by two meninges called bimater and durameter. Brain is divided into forebrain, midbrain and hindbrain. Forebrain is anterior most and largest part consists of pair of olfactory lobes and cerebral hemisphere and diencephalon. And anterior part of the olfactory lobes is narrow and free, but it is fused posteriorly. Olfactory lobes contain a small cavity called olfactory ventricle. The midbrain includes two large oval optic lobes and has cavities called optic ventricles. The hindbrain consists of cerebellum, medulla oblongata. Cerebellum is narrow, thin transverse band followed by medulla oblongata. The medulla oblongata passes out through foramen magnum and continue as spinal cord. Then the excretory system. Here in excretory system, it consists of kidney, ureter, urinary bladder and cloaca. Kidney are dark red, long, flat organs situated on either side of vertebral column in the body cavity. Kidney are mesonephric type. Okay, several nephrons are the basic functional unit of kidney. They separate nitrogenous waste from the blood and excrete urea. So frogs are called ureotelic organism. A pair of ureters emerges from kidney and opens into the cloaca. A thin-walled, unpaired urinary bladder is present ventral to the rectum and opens to the cloaca. Reproductive system, male reproductive system. This one is male reproductive system, as well as this picture is for excretory system. Now we are going to see the reproductive system. The male frog has a pair of testes which are attached to the kidney and the dorsal body wall by folds of peritoneum called mesorchium. Vasa differentia arises from each testis. Testislerinde and the vasa differentia. Okay. They enter the kidney on both sides and opens the bladder canal. Finally, it communicates with the urinogenital duct that comes out of kidney and opens into the cloaca. Female reproductive system. This one is the female reproductive system. Here it consists of paired ovaries. Okay, ovary, paired body, then ovary. அது மேலே கவர் பண்ணி ஓகே ovaries attached to the kidney and dorsal body wall by folds of peritoneum called mesovarium. There is a pair of coiled oviduct coiled oviduct lying on the side of the kidney. Each oviduct opens into the body cavity at the anterior end by the funnel-like opening called ostia. The female frog has separate genital ducts distinct from the ureters. See, ureter opens separately and the oviduct opens separately. Okay. Ovary sacs store the egg temporarily before they are sent out through the cloaca. Fertilization is external. Then metamorphosis. Metamorphosis means here the direction, the development is indirect. In between you can see a young one, larva, tadpole. Okay, the first one, the egg catches into tadpole larva. Tadpole larva is a fish like, okay, and it grows to 3 pairs of gills on the external. Then it, after some time, it loses some property and it become air breathing carnivorous frog. Okay, the economic importance of frog. The frog is an important animal in the food chain. It helps to maintain our ecosystem. So frogs should be protected. It feed on the insect and reduce the insect population which cause damage to our crops. Okay, frogs are beneficial to man since they feed on insect and help in reducing insect pest population. Frogs are used in traditional medicine for controlling blood pressure and its anti-aging properties. Medicine are taken from the frog. In USA, Japan and China and northeast of India, frogs are consumed as delicious food as they have high nutritious value. Okay, that's all about frog. Thank you.